Hello everyone, in this playthrough we're going to beat Elden Ring using Cold Affinity and Frostbite. We won't level up, but make use of stat boosting items such as Great Runes, Talismans, Crystal Tears and equipment with special effects. For this run, we will follow the game's progression route, which means we will be navigating throughout Elden Ring's world in the sequence intended by the game's design. We set out on our journey in Limgrave, but there are no frostbite-inducing weapons or consumables for us to gather here. Therefore, let's swiftly navigate through the area and gather all essential gear first. Stormveil for the Strength Not Crystal tier, and the Mistwoods for the Spikecrack tier, Greenspill tier, and the Axe Talisman. Finally, we head to the Weeping Everjail for the Radahn Scar Seal, where defeating the ancient hero of Zamor is necessary for obtaining the talisman. Accompanied by Melina's guidance, we make our way to the Table of Grace, upgrading the Warpig to +5, a weapon sourced from the Godrick soldiers in Limgrave. We then return to the Castleward Tunnel for an encounter with Margit, opting for the uninfused Warpig. Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh, great. Okay. After our encounter with Margit, our journey leads us to Stormveil Castle. Apart from the smithing stones collected for upgrades, there are no additional items to gather. With this in mind, let's venture into the boss arena to face Godrick, whose defeat grants us his Great Rune. Our weapon stands at +6 for this fight. that didn't work. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like this one, so I'd rather just... That was great! Following Godrick's defeat, we restore Godrick's Great Rune at the Divine Tower of Limgrave, imbuing it with power to grant a +5 boost to all attributes. With Limgrave's task completed, we head to Liurnia. In Liurnia, we gather Ashes of War and suitable weapons for our build. First, we acquire the Ritual Pot from the Leskir ruins, then move to the Temple Quarter to obtain the Ice-Rend Hatchet from a chest inside a ruined bell tower. Next, we proceed to the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel to retrieve the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell-Bearing 1. Continuing on, we make our way to the Broken Gate Town Bridge to obtain the Ash of War Ice Spear, which is dropped upon defeating the patrolling Knights Cavalry. Subsequently, we procure the Lucerne from a nearby battlefield. Finally, we head to the Mausoleum compound for the Magic Shroud and Cracked Tear, obtained upon defeating the Erdtree Avatar. With our initial gear obtained, we move on to Raya Lucaria Academy, where we gather more smithing stones and another ritual pot. Now it's time for a boss battle. We will face the Gatekeeper boss, Red Wolf of Radahn. In this fight, I will wield the Lucerne, upgraded to 6, and imbued with the Ash of War Ice Spear. I am going with the Magic Crack Tier and the Dexterity Knot, as the Lucerne is a dex weapon. I didn't know you could... I didn't know you could stance break with the Ice Spear, so that took me off guard. It was my first time using the Ice Spear, so I didn't know like what effect it has on enemies. Before I continue to the next boss, I make sure to grab the Twin Sage Crown from the second floor at the Church of the Cuckoo. Now armed with my Ice-Rend Hatchet, I step into the arena, ready to face off against Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. Prior to heading to North Liurnia, I take a detour to Jarburg to collect the ritual pots available. Now it's time to collect the intel nut tier before heading to Carrier Manor. Inside the manor, I grab the Glintstone Cookbook 6 before facing the boss. Maybe I should have upgraded the Ice Spear a bit more, because this is my go-to weapon. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It was good enough. After the fight, I proceed to the Three Sisters to meet Ranni to start both her questline and Salavis's, which will benefit my build later on. Having met Blythe, it's time to head to Siofra. Before that, I visit Pidia to purchase some goodies, then return to the Table of Grace to receive a pouch from Ilia as a reward. Next, I head to the King's Rum ruins for the Frozen Needle, defeating a boss to obtain it. Yeah, I don't care. This is such an annoying of a boss. I don't really care. I just want to get this over with. Okay, here I finally picked up the Frozen Needle. That's great. I'm already happy about that. In Siofra River, I meet Blythe again, but he's reached an impasse. To solve the riddle of Nocturnal, I head to Salavis after grabbing Marika's Scar Seal. Salavis gives me an additional task, and while it's crucial for this build, I won't cover it fully in this run. For Blythe Inquiry, he provides me with an introduction for Salin, whom I can find in the Waypoint Ruins, but first I must overcome the obstacle in my path. Oh. I thought I would, I thought I could stance break him after the third one, but it did not. Oh well. After meeting Salin, I return to Blythe and deliver the message. Now it's time to head to Caelid. For the fight with Radahn, I need the Prothesis Heirloom Talisman, so I quickly detour to Gowrie to start his quest. Then head to Aeonia Swamp to cheese Captain O'Neill for the Gold Needle. After returning to Gowrie, I'll proceed to the Church of Plague through Celia and give the Gold Needle to Millicent. Once she wakes up, I'll receive the talisman as a reward.
A token, there it is.
Finally, I can head to Redmane Castle and participate in the Radahn Festival. Fuck. After defeating Radahn, I make a swift return to storm her bridge to grab the Ash of War scarab, which I forgot to do earlier. Then I head to Dragonbarrow to obtain the Radahn sword seal and gather some smithing stones scattered throughout the area. I return to Salavis. Having completed the first and second steps of his quest, he shares a secret with me. Now I must venture to Altus Plateau to retrieve an amber shard for him. Upon my return, he rewards me with a magic scorpion charm. Cat hair everywhere, on my mic, in my face, on my glasses, cat hair everywhere. Next, I'll deliver the hidden treasure of Nocturnal to Ranni. As a thank you, she will reward me with a key item. With that, I can finally access the Divine Tower of Liurnia and obtain the Stargazer Heirloom Talisman. Upon returning to the Three Sisters, now that the seal to Rinna's Rise has been lifted, I ascend the stairs and use the waygate at the summit. It's time to follow Ranni to Ainsa River Main and continue her questline. To do so, I must journey through Nocturnal and banish the baneful spirit guarding the lift to the Lake of Rot. Finally, I arrive at the Lake of Rot, where I confront the Dragonkin soldier to acquire the Dragon Scale Blade. Although this weapon's ultimate deals lightning damage and isn't boosted by intelligence, I opt for it in this run because of its Frostbite effect and its overall impressive appearance in this build. Give me the blade. Thank you. Okay, we're going to equip the blade now and we'll be using this for a while until we get to, I think, the Mountaintops. And there we will pick up the Zamor curved sword, so I'm really excited to use that one. I heard a lot of great things about it and I'm really curious to try it out. Now armed with the blade, I make my way to the Grand Cloister. It's time to confront Astal, whose defeat is necessary to access the Moonlight Altar and complete Ranni's questline. This is crucial as it leads to obtaining a very special weapon. Didn't work. What's going on? Well, this was a slow rinse and repeat with the katana, but yeah, it's okay. I wanted to try something different. I usually do go with the range attacks when I find a style, so this time around I wanted to do this. As I reach the Moonlight Altar, I proceed toward the Cathedral of Manus Salis. In a cave beneath the ground, I come across the blood-covered puppet of Ranni. Here, I can interact with her once more.
I bid thee travel the path of the Lord, and once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
Alright, so we did all of this so that I could grab the Dark Moon Greatsword, and the Dark Moon Greatsword requires me to have int at 38, and that is only possible if I equip the Stargazer Heirloom, Marker Scar Seal, the Twin Sage Glintstone Crown, and then drink my Intelligence Knot Crystal tier. As you can see right now, it's at 29. Plus the crystal tier, it would be at 39, and then I could wield the Moonlight Blade for 3 minutes, and that is what I will be attempting for the final boss. I'm not sure yet if it's going to work, but I do want to try it out, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, with all of that done, we can finally return to the Altus Plateau and go through the area as intended. Having returned to Altus Plateau, I'll obtain a perfumer bottle from an Omen camp, and then make my way to the Lux Ruins to acquire the Ritual Sword Talisman from the underground area in the ruins, but to do so I must first clear the area of the boss. Next, I return to Altus and head to the Altus tunnel for the Somber Stone Miner's Bell-bearing 2. I then meet Millicent at the Erdtree Gazing Hill because I need a talisman from her. To get it, I need to head to the Shaded Castle and recover the Prothesis arm. While I'm there, I'll also pick up the Perfumer's Cookbook for the Blood Boil aromatic recipe and the Perfumer bottle. Challenging the area boss isn't necessary, but I'll do it for extra fun. He gave me all the attack that I was looking for, so this was pretty easy this time around. I'll deliver the Prothesis arm to Millicent and then head to the Windmill Village to deal with the Godskin Apostle. Millicent will move to the Windmill Heights after I clear the area of this boss. Yeah, this was really annoying. Once the Godskin Apostle is defeated, Millicent will spawn, and with a heavy heart, I'll have to defeat her to obtain her Prosthesis arm, which is a talisman that boosts successive attacks and increases my dexterity by 5. I really don't know what is the best talisman here for Cold, I have to admit. I don't know. I would think that Intel is actually the best for the ashes that I use, because I would think that the ashes I use are magic ashes, and therefore they're the stats are increased by using int, for instance with the ice spear. But then again, everything is like dex, so I'm not really sure if int really does anything, so it's really confusing for me right now. I still need to get a handle on this. So if I'm doing my run wrong and it's actually int and not dex that boosts my Ashes of War, then please let me know in the comments and tell me that I've been a dumbass. Next, I make my way to the sealed tunnel for the Smithing Stone Miner's Bell Bearing 2. The boss at the end is optional, since he doesn't drop anything essential for this run. Having finally reached the outskirts, I stop by the Hermit Merchant for another perfumer bottle. Now it's time to confront the Tree Sentinel and gain entry into the capital. Oh no. Die already! Ooh, that was some adrenaline right there at the end. Upon entering Landel, I quickly realized there isn't much activity here that benefits my build, except for grabbing another perfumer bottle and collecting smithing stones. Therefore, I'll proceed directly to the next boss. Alright, let's see, what do we do now? I must say, my weapon is upgrade it all the way to +9 because you can pick up 2 somber smithing stones, 1 in Dragon Barrow and 1 in, I think it was Lake of Rot. So I was able to upgrade the Dragon Scale Blade to +9, and the other one I'll leave for the Zamor sword, and therefore I upgraded this already, and hence this is quite strong. After defeating Godfrey's Shade and receiving my last pouch, I press on to the next boss, Morgoth the Omen King. Okay.
Such shame it cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh shit, why am I stuck here? After defeating Morgoth, I'll grab another perfumer bottle guarded by Leonon Misbegotten before I head to the mountaintops. First, I make my way to the Church of Repost for the Okina mask, which I receive after defeating the Invader NPC. Afterward, I'll proceed to the giant conquering hero's grave to finally pick up the Zamor curved sword. To achieve this, I need to navigate through the dangerous dungeon and defeat the ancient hero of Zamor boss at the end. Ah! Why wasn't he dead already? Oh, I got a bunch of shit. Okay. Hello! There's nothing else to gather at the mountaintops, so let's head straight to the boss. I collected a bunch at the Moonlight Altar, so let's just use it. Yeah, it's probably gonna do that now. Are you shitting me, dude? Incredible. Incredible! The Zamor curved sword is really good. Really good. First time I'm using this and I'm really, it's just crazy. After defeating the fire giant, I move to the forge to burn the earth tree. The game then transports me to Farum Azula, where I grab some more miner's bell bearings and smithing stones before advancing straight to the next boss fight, the Godskin duo. I didn't have the fucking time. Okay, I didn't need the Zamor curved sword, so I went medium load for nothing. But my plan was basically if after riposte they still have a little bit of health left, I would do the Zamor storm, but it seemed the Blood Bowl aromatic was enough to completely obliterate the bosses. That was great. That was really fast. I'm really impressed with this build so far. I mean, the Ice Spear is just OP. I have not put this aside since I picked it up. So this is really amazing, and it causes, as you can see, my Cold Lucerine plus 23 causes 123 frost buildup. This thing is amazing. I followed Alexander's quest behind the scenes, so I can now encounter him again at Farum Azula. Here, he challenges me to a warrior's duel.
You are ready then, I take it? Then let us begin. I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors. Let us become one
I don't know.
together.
I want him to finish his talk. After defeating him and granting him his last wish, I am rewarded with his shard, which boosts my Ash of War. Finally, it's time for my favorite boss fight. I stand tall in front of Malekith, wielding my Zamor curved sword. Yeah, stop it. Stop it! Really? Shouldn't you have gotten like... Well, that was weird.
To kill what?
Can I get my rune still? Oh, okay. Having reached the Ashen capital, it is time to face Gideon Ofnir, who emerges as a boss, blocking my path. I wield my Zamor Straight Sword plus 10, still amazed by how powerful its Ash of War is.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Exercise state of affairs. I commend your spirit for the last. I knew in my bones a tarnished cannot become a lord. Not even you. A man cannot kill a god.
Goodbye, Sir Gideon Ofnir. Goodbye, my friend, Sir Gideon Ofnir. It's finally time to advance to the Elden Throne and face Godfrey, who reveals himself as Huralu for Rariel's battle. In this encounter, I'll showcase the Ice Spear in all its glory once again. I don't know if my strength befits the crown. I did not really use strength this time around, but thank you, Huralu. My heart still can't take Huralu, for those of you who are wondering. I am almost in disbelief as I stand before the gate to Radahn. This journey has been unexpectedly smooth, and it's bittersweet that it's nearing its end. But now I must step through the fog gate for an epic showdown. As my final farewell to this build, and a thank you for everyone watching, I'll wield the Moonlight Greatsword. Bit early, but okay, I can live with that. worked. Oh, crazy. That is insanity. That is insane. The only reason why I'm able to wield the Moonlight Greatsword is because of my wondrous physique. Wow. Let's wait a moment. I'm really curious to know how long my wondrous physique is going to last. Okay, it's holding on for quite a while. Oh, there it is. It's gone now. Wow. So, I mean, I did have a bit more time, but it was cutting it close. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through my Frostbite challenge. Your support and enthusiasm made this playthrough possible. Whether you were here for the full video or just popped in for a few boss fights, your presence means a lot. It's been an unforgettable experience, and I can't wait to embark on more adventures together. Until then, and the next challenge already awaits.
The battle is over, I see.